First I'm going to go through and check to make sure that they're all actually females. Because once in a while we do get a male fish mixed in with the females that looks very female with short fins, but doesn't have an egg spot and doesn't have the correct body type. But I see egg spots in all these girls, so I think we're good. Next I'll go through and pull out the ones I think might not be contenders because they don't have a lot of marbling. This is a marble class, so we're looking for large patches of well-defined color with lots of contrast. So a fish like this with just what looks like maybe a bare patch on one side is technically a marble, but might not count as a great marble. So she'll come down. And I'm also looking for fin shape. And I'm also looking for any deformities or missing eyes, missing fins, make sure they all have everything they need. Okay, this fish doesn't have a lot of marbling on her fins at all. She has marbling only in the body, so she'll come down. I see some other ones up here that have marbling on all three fins and the body, so they would definitely be higher in line. And we're looking for fish that have good contrast and good definition on their spots. She has a lot of marbling on her fins and her body, however, her contrast isn't that great. You can see that she has kind of blurry lines, blurry spots. This one too, a lot of little tiny spots all merged together instead of large blotches. And that one as well. So out of the ones that are left, I'll go through. There's still quite a few. I picked out about half that I see aren't really going to be contenders, but I'll still keep looking down at them just to make sure I haven't missed any that are potentially better than what's still left up above. This one doesn't have much marbling on her body. She's pretty much all marbled out, just paled out, and sometimes that can happen overnight. You don't even. You'll send your fish to a show thinking it's a great marble, and then the next day she has no color in her body. Now it is possible to be butterfly and marble as long as the fish has marbling on the body and the fins. So that is still a good entry. However, that's not the case for multicolor. You can't be a marble. You can't be a butterfly and a multicolor. So I like this fish. It's a good contender, a good example, because she has very strong contrast and very well-defined spots on all of her fins. Her caudal doesn't have as many spots as the rest of her, but that's just 1 out of 3, and she's a very nice fish. She has great fins too. So I'll take the cards out and see how she opens up. Looks like she has pretty good half-moon shape. She has a very nice dorsal. Looks like she came out of double tail, although that can't influence my judging. I can't make guesses about the genetics at all. But it does mean that she has a very nice long dorsal. She has a nice line, so her fins don't make any break between
the circle,
right? The dorsal to the caudal to the anal.
She went on the other side.
She also has nice patches.
Some of those over there.
She's missing some. She doesn't have any marbling on her dorsal, so she would be great if she had marbling on her dorsal. Same for this fish down here. He's good patches, but just not spread out enough. It's not over. She's missing some. Okay. Now that one's interesting, and I like her patches on her face. However, she doesn't have a lot of marbling on the rest of her body. She's got great finnage, though. Did you get a shot of her finnage? Okay. So color counts quite a lot, but finnage sometimes can count more. So, so when everything else is equal, finnage counts more, but only by a little hair. So that everything else has to really, truly be equal.
Right.
And that's hard with marbles because it's like comparing apples to oranges when they have
different patterns and different colors. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get you.
So I like these 5 fish the best out of all that we've looked at so far. They all have good well, pretty decent symmetry. Some of them have better symmetry and better double tail caudals than others. But some have better color and better pattern, even though their finish might not be quite as good. Now comes the hard part, because when you pull down all the ones that are obviously inferior, then you can start looking at fish that have one thing that looks a whole lot better on one fish, but something else that looks a whole lot better in a different fish. But it's not all equal. I like her attitude. She's doing pretty well
She's
there.
very active.
She is. And I like her color. I'd say those are two things going for these two fish. I think I'll have to pull her down because she doesn't have the coloration, any marbling on her dorsal. And it looks like her anal has very, very, very little, so it's not a very even marbling.
Gotcha.
Now you can say that about her caudal too, but she does have some clear spots you can see at
I
the
see,
end.
yeah, the two right in the middle. I
So-
can highlight them pretty good on the camera.
Good. She, however, doesn't have as much definition as this one.
Your one on the far
She
side
might be
there.
tired, so we don't know whether her attitude is just because she's been through a lot today. This is her second round going through judging already.
Yeah.
Now we have 4 fish. Already,
There she goes.
yeah. Okay, she is nice, and she does have a full spread. She's got a little bit of rounded edges on her caudal. So it's not as perfect a finish, but her coloration is by far the best out of these 4 fish. So I still think she has a good chance of winning first. And she just won't stop. So her, having a good display attitude is
Yeah.
very important. I don't see much marbling on this fish's caudal, so I'm going to take her down. So it's between these 3 now. And let me see whether changing flare buddies makes her a little more excited here.
Yeah, she's been just kind of resting, huh?
Yeah. But I do have to keep in mind that they've already been through judging once.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And I'll explain that.
Yeah. So at this point, if I were to go by pattern, I would probably choose 1, 2, 3. However, if I were to go by form and finish, I don't think she would win first alone. However, this one,
This one you prefer?
I do prefer her finish. She really opens up and she has straight, sharp edges. However, that doesn't mean she will be first. She has a great dorsal too, so that might make up quite a bit for her rounded caudal edges. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, just in terms of everything we discussed.